Breaking news here on this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report, as just in moments ago from Field Yates of ESPN reporting that Chiefs running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been placed on the reserve non-football injury list, which will sideline him for at least the first 4 weeks of the season. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us as we react to this news coming in just a little while ago from Field Yates. We'll also talk about what this means for the Chiefs and how they'll approach things going forward from here. Let's start with what Field Yates originally reported with this news, saying the Chiefs have placed running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the reserve non-football injury list. As a result, CEH is now out for at least 4 games. Makes the addition of Samaje Perine that much more important for the Champs. And to kind of give context to this, in case you didn't know exactly what's going on with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he opened up this offseason about the struggles that he's had with PTSD, and it's gone on for a long time. And the severity of it is pretty serious. This is no light matter at all that we're talking about here with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And personally, just from a human standpoint, looking at this through a lens with empathy here, more than anything, I feel sad for Clyde, what he's going through and, what he's been dealing with. And credit where credit's due, this is not an easy thing to talk about. And we heard during training camp him open up and get personal, get real with people, saying what he's gone through. Here's a guy that's been through the highest of highs, right? He's won multiple Super Bowls. He's been a first-round draft pick, and yet he's still going through struggles that everyday Americans, everyday people go with throughout their lives. And I give him credit for being willing to speak up and be a voice for what he's going through. This is what he had to say recently back in early August about the PTSD problems that he's faced. Sometimes I'm admitted into the hospital. Sometimes, I can't stop throwing up, and I just don't know pretty much to stop it. And credit to his teammates, as they have certainly been there for him throughout this process. He talked a lot about Travis Kelce this offseason, of Travis Kelce being there for him as somebody that he could have that support, somebody that's had his back. But it's not even just Travis Kelce. Clyde Edwards-Helaire said this a while back as well. It's really just mentally just not being there. And it's like one of those things where early on, guys kind of paid attention. Trav, Kadarius at times, they'll know ahead of time, okay, Clyde he's not laughing, he's not giggling, he's not himself. We just got to make sure we are checking on him as the person, not to just go out here, the energy giver, the laugher, or the guy that keeps the locker room going. This is real stuff. And this is a serious deal. And so I hope that Clyde, turns things around, that he gets the help he needs. But at the end of the day, I appreciate him being willing to speak up and share what he's going through, because this certainly isn't an easy struggle for anyone to face. And we're certainly rooting him on. Hopefully he gets back to the football field very soon. Folks, what's your one-word reaction to this news? My one word, I'm just sad about this. I hate that we've gotten to this point that now he goes to the non-football injury list for this. I'm very saddened by this. Give me your one-word reaction in the comment section below. Folks, this is why you subscribe to the Kansas City Chiefs Report. It is Labor Day, and we're laboring on Labor Day. Folks, I was just in Vegas last night for the USC-LSU game. Hopped on a flight in the overnight hours to be here in the office with you to begin game week here on the channel. And we got some exciting stuff ahead this week here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. We're going to be live on Thursday night for the opener against the Baltimore Ravens, in addition to bringing you our daily news and rumors, our Q&A mailbags, our live shows, breaking news, and more. You got to subscribe to the channel and lock us in. Stay up to date with daily Kansas City Chiefs coverage you won't find anywhere else. Best part about it, it is absolutely 100% free. Subscribe now. Help us out. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV to subscribe now. So, what do the Kansas City Chiefs do from here when it comes to replacing Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the football field? And you look at this situation, it's not going to be just one guy. It's going to take a couple of guys to kind of fill in the void here. But this is what the Chiefs are looking at the moment. Isaiah Pacheco is your RB1. He, of course, has had that role for the last couple of seasons, and we're expecting a big year out of him in 2024 once again. Samaje Perine, now the newest addition for the Denver Broncos. He slides in to the RB2 spot, and he's somebody that I think is a very good fit for what the Chiefs want to do. We'll talk more on him coming up later. And then Carson Steele, one of the breakout players for the Kansas City Chiefs in training camp and throughout the preseason. He was fantastic. He's expected to play a hybrid role with both the running back position and the fullback spot. And although he's a fullback, don't let that fool you. He still has breakaway speed that he showed up and showed off during the preseason just within the last few weeks. Even with Clyde out of the picture right now, I still think this backfield is in pretty good shape, that they can work around this circumstance. And, you look at, if we were to look at how things went in training camp in the preseason, Clyde, granted, he was going through what he was going through. This is not a knock on him, so don't take this the wrong way. But he was outplayed by Steele and Prince. Prince ultimately didn't make the roster. Steele did. So, for the Chiefs at the moment, it kind of feels like business as usual. They try to, march along, next man up, and let things go from here at this point. More to come here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report in just a moment. But first, let's tell you about today's sponsor. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time, the place to go for best seats, the lowest prices guaranteed, last-minute tickets. Game Time's got you covered. Game Time has this new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. They have this new feature called Super Deals. And folks, if you find a super deal, you can't pass up on it. Last night at that USC-LSU game, I found myself a super deal. And, man, was I glad I found that, because that was a game that I am glad that I made last night. They also have their seat views, so you can see if you like that seat or not, get the visual. Choose the event you want to go to. They got the prices listed. Choose your seat, see if you like that seat or not, and then you're checking out just within moments with all major credit card providers, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game Time. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. So, the production side of things for CEH, you can see the following here. Clyde has kind of taken a step back, obviously, to Pacheco, who's been the last couple seasons that number one running back. And production-wise, his yards per carry was the lowest of his career last year at 3.2, 4.3 in 2022, 4.3 in 2021. But the Chiefs have never given up on Clyde. They want to see him make this work. But ultimately now, who they turn to? Well, that's where Samaje Perine comes in. Samaje Perine, I think, is a very good fit. I've been a fan of his since his days at the University of Oklahoma. And, you look at what he did last season with the Denver Broncos. He clearly has taken a step back from what he was when he was a force to be reckoned with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think we all remember some of those playoff games that the Chiefs had against Cincinnati where he was a problem. But one thing that he's done to change his game is he's become a solid receiving back out of the backfield. And we know how Andy Reid isn't necessarily the biggest fan of running the football. They like to use the screen passing game, the short passing game with their backs as a substitute for the run game. So that's where Samaje Perine could be a nice fit and roll in. The 2017 fourth-round pick out of Oklahoma by the Commanders, then went on to the Bengals, the Dolphins, and the Broncos, and set the NCAA single-game rushing record when he was at Oklahoma with 427 yards. As a Kansas fan, I remember that day oh too well, as that was a rainy day in Norman when he got the best of us that day. But glad he's on our side now. So there you have it. That is today's episode. Appreciate you guys stopping by and joining us for continuing Kansas City Chiefs coverage. Subscribe now for free. Big week ahead. We'll see you on Thursday night for the opener, Chiefs and Ravens right here on the Chiefs Report. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us.